All right, we start with the Seattle Mariners, or should I say the red-hot Seattle Mariners and Vetter Cup champions are now on a 9-game win streak. The Mariners, for their first time in franchise history, 7-0 on a 7-game homestand. Now, in fairness,
never done that?
Well, but 7-game. How often do you get a 7-game homestand? So they win 3 against the Cardinals, win 3 against the Angels. Not the best teams in baseball, but you do that after coming off of 2 victories in Atlanta to finish up the last road trip, which did not go well.
Right.
The last 2 have not gone well, but that's exactly what you needed. And it's so funny because watching the American League race has been really kind of interesting because when the Mariners were playing terrible, so was everybody else.
Yeah.
The Rangers couldn't win, the Red Sox couldn't win, the Astros couldn't win, and now the Mariners have gone absolutely scorched earth on their inferior opponents. Kind of so is everybody else. So right now you've got the Mariners with a 1-game lead over the Astros, who will be in action tonight. The Mariners idle. The Texas Rangers are only 3 games back. They are also going to be idle tonight. So it was a very fun weekend, but one of the big highlights was this one right here.
Off the end of the bat, but shot deep. Does it have enough? It's gone! Home run number 54. Cal Raleigh stands alongside yet another all-time legend. Tied with Mickey Mantle for the most home runs ever in a single season by a switch hitter.
That's pretty awesome.
That's pretty awesome. Yes.
The first thing I said to my brother when I saw him on we over at his house for the Sunday night game, first thing I said, I go, did you have Cal Raleigh tying Mickey Mantle on your Mariners bingo card?
In any capacity.
Dude, like this has been one of those seasons, and we talked about this when this show first started. There's all of these records that, you know, are slowly being chased. You pass guys like Johnny Bench, and you pass Salvador Perez, and you pass 40, and you pass 50, and you pass, you know, all of these different check marks that Cal Raleigh has done along the year. You get to Mickey Mantle. Next is Ken Griffey Jr. for the Mariners record with 56. He did it twice. But if you can get to those records, this has been one of those summers where you just get kind of drawn into everything that's happening in Seattle. And I think there's a lot of people around the country, when you hear national baseball writers mention the Seattle Mariners, they are excited and think they could be a contender for the World Series. We said when this show first aired that if the Mariners cannot make the playoffs and waste this run that Cal Raleigh is on, it will be one of the biggest tragedies. There are 12 games left.
12 games left.
I am not pretending that they have sealed up anything, and just because they make the playoffs doesn't mean they win in the playoffs. But I was talking with Dirt and Sprague when they got off the air this morning. They had a little poll question. Were you more excited about the Mariners and Cal Raleigh's 54th home run this weekend, or the Seahawks getting a win in Pittsburgh? I'm a fan of both teams. I have to say that the Mariners are, in my opinion, by far more exciting this weekend. A lot of reasons for it. Tying Mickey Mantle is one of them.
Yes.
That is big. The slump the Mariners went on that turned into a 9-game winning streak is another one. Just so being on this roller coaster ride. The drought from winning an AL West title, the kind of following it every day because of the way this Mariners team has played and because of what Cal has done. It has made me an everyday viewer of Mariners baseball. And I'm not always that way this time of year.
Right.
For a lot of reasons. But even when they're in the chase, because the last couple of years they've been in the chase and closely missed the playoffs. This one just feels very different. You are an outside observer. You in on that at all?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I'm rooting for him. I'm not catching a bunch of the games. I'm watching about as much baseball as I usually do, which is not much. But we do have, remember what Jerry DiPoto's favorite number is in Seattle?
54%.
And after in the middle of their 9-game win streak, their win percentage now sits at 547.
547. Let's go. So Mariners have 3 at Kansas City starting tomorrow. Then they will go to Houston without a break. They come home.
Crucial.
They come home, and right now it's 5-5 in the season series. They play 13 games. You just have to win that series. You don't have to sweep,
right.
But you need a series victory against Kansas City. You need a series victory against Houston.
Absolutely.
You come home to play the Colorado Rockies and the Los Angeles Dodgers to finish out your season.
Well, why don't we just go ahead and make this?
Please, go ahead.
Why don't we just go ahead and finish off and make this a 21-game win streak to end the season?
You know what? I would be.
Is that too much to ask?
I would be perfectly fine with that. The question I would have is, can you keep that going even longer? And how many games do you need to win in a row to put yourself into the World Series? Because I said if they make the World Series, they would be the last team in baseball to have never made the World Series. If they make it and get swept by the Phillies, that's the best season they've ever had. If they make it in and just get absolutely obliterated by the Dodgers or the Brewers or whoever it is, if they make it it's already the best season that they ever have. And this is a team that has the best regular season record of all time. But to win the American League pennant would be just outstanding.
Well, and just think of it this way too, and not to put a curse on this or anything.
Well, listen, I've already put enough curses on it. I'm fine with it.
There we go.
You can't jinx the jinxed.
Imagine if it were a Seattle versus Dodgers World Series, how much everybody on the East Coast would not stop bitching.
That would be a big up yours to the East Coast, which I would be okay with. The other one that would be really fun is Seattle-Milwaukee. What? Forget anybody south of that would be like as far northwest as you could get a championship. You know what I mean? Like,
well,
Milwaukee.
not to mention, the Milwaukee Brewers and Bud Selig ripped the old Seattle Pilots out of Seattle.
Exactly. Yep. So it'd be Pilots versus Mariners.
Sweet.
Yeah. So listen, all the
55 years later,
all the things that lead to the Mariners in the World Series. I don't care who their opponent is. I don't care what day the games are being played. I honestly probably don't care what the tickets cost. I think I'm probably trying to go to one of those home games.
Right.
And I feel like they're going to be very expensive. So
yes, especially that season-ending Dodgers series.
Well, I'm there for that already.
Yeah.
I'm already there on the Sunday of the final game, and I'm asking the Mariners, please do not make that the win and you're in, lose and you're out game.
Yeah.
And I don't know how close the NL West is going to be. I think I've made that plea enough, but all I know is right now, they are hot.